Okay, imagine this. There's a financial guru you really trust, right? Someone you follow online for all your stock market advice. Now, imagine that same guru is the target of a massive federal raid. Today, we're going to break down exactly what happened in this shocking case of a finfluencer who allegedly scammed his own followers.
Let's start with just one number, but it's a huge one, 900,000. That's almost a million people. We're talking enough people to fill a giant sports stadium 10 times over. And that is exactly how many subscribers were following one man's financial advice on YouTube, hanging on his every single word about the stock market.
And this is where our story takes a really sharp turn. Those 900,000 followers, they trusted this guy with their hard-earned money. But then India's market regulator, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, they raided him. And they uncovered an alleged scheme that just completely turned that trust on its head. So who is this person at the very center of this storm? Let's take a closer look at the main figure here. The finfluencer's name is Avadhut Sathe. He's a really well-known name in the Indian stock market scene on YouTube. And with a subscriber base of 900,000, his influence was undeniable. And now, he's officially under investigation by SEBI for allegedly running a pretty serious stock scam. So, to really understand what he's accused of, we need to get our heads around the mechanism behind this alleged fraud. It's a classic, and it's got a name. It's called a pump and dump scheme. And the concept is, well, it's deceptively simple, but the damage it can do is just devastating. The pump is all the hype. The operators use their influence to get everybody super excited about a stock, which artificially drives its price way up. And the dump? That's the betrayal. Once that price is high, they sell all of their own shares, causing the price to crash and leaving all their followers in the dust. So how exactly does a scheme like this play out in the real world? Let's break down the mechanics step by step. It's pretty wild. It all starts with step 1. Promotion. The operators, in this case allegedly Sathe and his team, recommend these really obscure stocks, the ones that trade for super low prices, penny stocks. Then comes step 2, the pump. Trusting their guru, thousands of followers rush in to buy, creating this artificial demand that just blows up the stock price. Step 3 is the dump. The operators, who bought the stock when it was cheap, sell all of their shares at this new, super inflated peak price. And this leads right to the final tragic outcome in step 4, the crash. With the operators long gone, the price just plummets, and the followers are left holding basically worthless stock and facing huge, huge losses. And here's the bottom line, right? The two sides of this coin. For the operators, it's a story of massive profits, totally engineered by cashing out at the perfect moment. But for their followers, well, for them, the story ends with devastating losses. It's simple. In a scheme like this, the guru's win is the follower's loss. This single incident, as shocking as it is, really serves as a much broader warning for anyone who gets financial advice online. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. And that brings us to the absolute core lesson from this whole situation. It's a direct and powerful warning. Just because someone has a huge following and speaks with a ton of authority doesn't mean their advice is genuine. Not at all. So here's the dangerous truth you have to remember. An influencer's primary goal might not be your financial success. It might be their own. This case is a perfect example of how that influence can be used as a weapon to generate profits for the advisor directly at the expense of the followers who trusted them the most. So we're going to end with this question for you to think about. When you're scrolling through social media, you're watching videos, you're seeing all these stock tips, it's so easy to get caught up in the hype. But in this digital world of so-called gurus, it's really worth asking yourself, who is truly looking out for your money?